welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name remains Bukomotayo, BM for short. Yes, if you're new on this channel, if you're watching me for the very first time, please do make sure you subscribe before you leave here. And you guys, you know how we do it on here. You like, you comment. I'm going to be talking to you about the common mistakes fashion designers make nowadays, either when they are starting out or when they are already established. The very first mistake fashion designers make is actually not becoming a fashion designer. You don't just wake up one day and say you want to become a fashion designer, except it is something that you have been nursing or people around you have been helping you nurse since you were a child. You know, sometimes we have kids that are very interested in clothing items and they just pick pen, they pick paper. The next thing they do is they start, sketching. These things come naturally. It can be built. Find out what it means to become a fashion designer. Yeah, that's why you're watching this video. Please, knowing how to sew does not mean you are automatically a fashion designer, right? So there's a whole lot of process that goes into fashion designing. So you have the conceptualization stage where you think of the ideas, you pick your inspiration, develop on it. You have the production, you have the marketing, like a whole lot. So you have to know what you're not just please, being a tailor is different from being an actual fashion designer. Tailoring is just a part of designing as a whole. So you have to get a course, go to a fashion school, take online course, or even probably start apprentice with somebody or start internship with just get the knowledge first before coming. Your love for designing is not enough, trust me. I love to create, I just love to imagine, it is not enough, guys. You have to get the right knowledge. Then second thing is understanding that in as much as fashion is a creative love or creative in fashion designing is a creative pathway, it is also a business. So you have to learn the business of fashion, what it means to do business in fashion. Is it this particular one? A lot of people bypass it. They just feel like, oh, I can do mix and match, I can combine colors, I'm ready for this fashion field. No, you have to know what it means to do business. Or you might have to take courses with people, or even take courses in business management, or even learn from the people that have been doing the business. Do you understand? Even if you cannot find courses like the business of fashion online, you understand me. Learn that. Once you are in that field, you begin to find out your niche. If you really want to make money from this thing, you have to have a niche. Do you understand? Even if eventually you want to do like a whole lot of things, you will be the one doing be ready to wear shoes and all. You have to take it a step after the other. You cannot just launch out like that, especially when you don't even have funds or you are a startup. So you have to take these things into. There are basically two pathways that I can tell you of right now. It's either you are a ready-to-wear designer or you are a bespoke designer or tailor. Now, what does it mean to be a bespoke tailor? That means you have your client will bring you the design that they want to make. They tell you make it as seen in the picture or whatever. So it's basically probably recreating designs that your client brings, or you create custom designs for them. Also have the ready to wear side of the brand, whereby you hone the creation process. You have the freedom. You know what they tell poets that they have poetic license. You know how they say that this one you have creative license. You can do and undo. You can decide to create out of stone, create a collection, develop a series of outfits, different variations, styles, jumpsuits, and all of that. You go ahead and do your thing. That's ready to wear. You don't necessarily have to copy anybody. You can create from scratch and all. And then in these two categories, you can also decide to focus on a particular pathway inside the pathway. I don't know if you get. So you have the bridal wear designer, you have the gym outfit, you have that sports designer, you have the corporate designers. You have you can decide to pick any path. So pick the one that like best suits your soul, basically, that you love, that you flow with, so that you don't have to struggle
to design.
Know your target customer. In studying the business of fashion, you also get to know that you are sort of not for everybody. And know the people you are producing for. So once you know the people you are producing for, you begin to research the trends, the things that they want to buy. Do you understand? They would love to have at the moment. So you create in that line so that you don't just create collections and nobody's buying. Do you understand? Once you know your target customer, once you know your niche, you can know your target customer, and then you can design for them. Like there's literally nothing that you put out there that they will not buy, because you are producing for a particular people. That's why some designers will tell you that I'm not for everybody, and that's the truth. Design with production in mind. Don't create designs that you would draw sketch. Sketching can be so interesting when you believe that anything is possible with a pencil and a paper and watercolor. You do like a lot of things and forgetting that this thing is actually going to go into production. Or some tailors would have to sew it, or I myself have to do the sewing. Is this possible to do? Those are the questions you ask yourself. If it's not possible, you tone it down. And then the kind of trimmings you are saying you want to use, is it possible to use them? Is it possible to find them? Those are the questions you ask yourself. It's currently raining now, so I'm trying to speak at the top of my voice so that you can hear me, but stay with me, guys.
I'm so excited to want to try out your stuffs on clothes, like your main fabric. Create samples first, try out, because when you draw, you don't automatically think that it will fit in, it will come out the way you have drawn. There will be some alterations that you have to do.
Buy a less quality material. Try it. Calico, usually people use, even factories use that's calico, and or locally they call it teru. So try it out there, get your design. If you need to adjust anything, you adjust while still having a good fit is like a sellout. You see, whenever people want to buy things, I know people that have like the purchasing power to buy it. Whenever they want to buy it, they always look out for good fit, color, design, and quality. So if you can make these elements like properly done with excellence in your creation, you are sure to sell. You don't even need to do so much advertising that way. Your clothes will literally sell themselves for you. Last but not the least, my people, please do not stand alone. Please do not become an island. Consult your colleagues if you have difficulty in anything. Nobody is an island. I mean, it's not even in this fashion industry with styles coming out every day. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like, comment, and keep living your best.